Do you want to make videos that make a difference? I bet you do, that's why you're here. I believe there's 3 keys to online engagement: creativity, connection, and community. And this video is all about connection. Creativity is key to getting people to watch your video. But we don't want to get them to just watch one video. We want to get them to watch all your videos. They can get quality content online from anywhere, but we want them coming to you, and connection is what keeps them coming to you. Today I got 5 tips to help you connect better with your audience. And the first one is simply this: talk directly to them. I'm not standing on a stage right now talking to 80 people or 100 people or 1,000 people. So I'm not gonna start this video off by saying, hello everyone, it's so glad to see you. Thanks for being in the house tonight. Mwah. That'd be weird because I'm not talking to 100 people. I'm talking to you. So the way that I speak is gonna be different than if I'm standing on a stage. My goal isn't to connect with a whole room full of people, it's to connect with one. Another key to talking directly to your viewer is to look them in the eye. Many times we want to look at the viewfinder. My viewfinder, where I can see myself, is above my camera. And it probably looks a little weird, the fact that I'm looking up above my camera instead of looking at you. If you're using a cell phone, this is even more challenging because we're tempted to look at the screen and look at ourselves, but the reality is the camera lens is this little tiny thing right here. And that's where we actually want to look. Instead of looking over here at ourselves, let's look at our audience in the eye. And when we're talking, we got to remember we're not just talking to a camera lens. We're talking through the camera to the viewer on the other side. We're not just in a room by ourselves talking about whatever comes to our mind. We're talking to a valuable person and we're delivering something that adds value to them. My second tip to help you connect with your audience is make it personal. And the way that you present and the stories that you tell, they're not just getting generic blanket content, they're coming to you specifically. So make it personal, share stories from your life. Even in the way you set up your room and your camera, you might want to have a setup that invites them into your home and invites them into your lives. In fact, this blue background might not be the most conducive way to connect with my audience. So let's try something different and see if maybe you feel a little more connected to me if I just invite you into my living room. So when you make it personal, you're inviting your audience into your world and into your life. That is what connection is. It says, hey, we're in this together. You're not alone. And when you put yourself and your personality and who you are into your videos, now you're creating content that nobody else could ever possibly replicate, because nobody else can be you. So make it personal. Now, it's an important distinction. You're not making your videos about you. You're putting yourself in your videos. You're inviting your audience into your world, but the videos are not about you. And that's the third tip today. Make your content about your audience, not about yourself. I know a lot of us do biblical teaching, and it's real easy and tempting to say, hey, I'm gonna make a video about that amazing thing that God spoke to me in my life today, and what we're learning spiritually should inform our videos, and what we're passionate about should inform our videos. But ultimately, is what God's speaking to you today really for your audience, or is it just for you? We need to make videos that our audience is actually looking for. You can put together an incredibly creative and profound, deep spiritual video, but if that's not what your audience is looking for, then you wasted your time. Coming on a little strong today, my bad. We need to pray and ask the questions. What does our audience need? What is it that they're looking for? And unfortunately, you're probably not gonna just intuitively know what it is they're searching for. You have to do the research. You have to use tools like TubeBuddy, vidIQ, and other keyword research tools to find out what they're looking for. Or you could, ask them. That's a bonus tip for you. Ask your audience what they're looking for. Have that conversation with them. Let them give feedback into the content that you're going to deliver and share. Speaking of, I got 2 more tips for you, but first, I wanna know, what is it about a video that helps you feel connected to it? Let me know in the comments, and go ahead and like this video if you're finding value, and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Okay, tip number 4, know your audience. Know who you're talking to. I imagine if you stood in the middle of New York City with a megaphone and tried to talk to everybody all at once, people would just walk right by you and ignore you. They don't care what you have to say because you're just yelling in the middle of the street. Yet, that is sometimes how we treat the internet. That's how we treat our videos. We try to talk to everybody, and as a result, we end up talking to nobody. So who is it you're talking to? Who is your audience? Are you talking to Christian women? Are you talking to Christian dads, get specific about who you're talking to so you can have a conversation that speaks directly to them. You cannot speak to your audience if you don't know who they are. Tip number 5, understand your content. I know we want to script everything out sometimes and say them just perfect, but the reality is you're never going to say everything just perfect. And when you're trying to say everything exactly as you worded it in a script, you lose connection with your audience because you're more focused about what the words are on the page than communicating clearly to the person on the other end of the screen. I would even challenge you, stop scripting out your videos, do an outline, and just understand the point that you're trying to make. For example, in my outline, all it says is understand your content. No more information than that. But yet here I am, talking and speaking and hopefully connecting. Our message has the potential and power to transform lives. And yes, it is the power of God at work within us, but you and I, we have the responsibility to sharpen our skills and to get better, to increase our creativity, to increase our connection with our audience. And guess what? The more they engage with us, the more they're gonna come back and watch more videos, and the more opportunities the Lord has to speak to them and work in their lives. Your online content will make a difference. And our goal at True Fam Media is to help you make as big a difference as possible. And if that's what you want too, then I want to invite you to connect with us on Instagram. Now, if you're watching this early on in this video's lifespan, we're not technically using the account yet, but it is there, and that is where you'll be the first to know what we're doing with True Fam Media and what we're all about. And we would love just to connect with you on a deeper level. So you can find us on Instagram at True Fam Media. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of this series to learn the importance of not only connection, but creativity and community as well when it comes to online engagement. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.